Hey guys, welcome to M&M Plants. In today's video, I'll be sharing about this palm. It's also known as ponytail palm in a very simple language. A very different kind of a plant, I would say, not the standard looking plant or not a typical looking plant, but yes, looks very pretty, I would say, with these grass-like leaves. The reason this is one of those plants that anyone can have is because it is extremely easy to take care plant, because you don't need to pay a lot of attention, you don't need to water this plant a lot, and that's why if you are someone who wants a plant and doesn't want to take a lot of care of it or doesn't have the time to take care of it, then this is one of those plants that you can get in your house. You can use this plant as an outdoor plant, but you can also use it as an indoor plant. I use mine as an outdoor plant where this plant gets sunlight only in the morning, which is 3 to 4 hours. I do not give it afternoon direct sun. Especially in summers, there is no way I would give it afternoon direct sun. But yes, in winters, it's okay if you give it full sun, full day. But yes, morning sun is something I would give it for sure, so that it can maintain its green color and it can be nice and fresh all the time. Now, this plant, you have to make sure that when you handle this plant, you have to be a little careful because the leaves are a little sharp. If you touch them, you'll feel that they're a little sharp. So you'll have to make sure that if you have kids or babies in your house, this plant is a little away from them because they might hurt themselves when they touch this these leaves. Not that sharp, but yes, a little sharp. So you have to be a bit careful. Now, coming towards the soil requirement, because as I said that this plant is someone that doesn't like a lot of water, so you'll have to make sure that and give it a little small size pot. Don't give it a very big pot, because the bigger your pot, more water and more humidity is there always inside the pot. So I've given it a small pot compared to the size of the plant, and I'm not going to repot it anytime soon unless I see that the roots have started coming out from the bottom holes of the pot, right? Coming towards the soil requirement of this plant. So this plant, it doesn't like a lot of water. It doesn't like a lot of moisture. It prefers a dry soil. So I would use a normal potting mix, and I would not use a lot of coco peat or different, fancy soils or fertilizers. Just normal potting mix. Some cheap ones is also good, because honestly, this plant is not fussy at all. So give it a normal potting mix, which has to be very loose, a very well-drained soil. When you try and make a clay ball out of it, like, you just press the soil and it should not form a clay ball. That is a loose soil. So if you have a look at the soil on my pot, it is absolutely well-drained soil, a very loose soil. If I try and make a clay ball out of it, I will not be able to make it. That is what this plant needs. Watering, I water my plant like once in a month in winters and once in a fortnight in summers. That is it. It will keep your plant alive, because if you have a look at the bottom part of this plant, this is the speciality of this plant. So this part, which is the reason it's called a ponytail kind of a stuff, this is the part where the water gets stored, right? So because this plant, whenever you water it, it will not consume all the water at once, and it would store it in this this ball that it has, because of which whenever it needs water, it will absorb it from that part. Hence, you don't need to water this plant a lot, right? So watering is taken care, light requirements taken care. If you're keeping it somewhere inside the house, you have to make sure that it's placed in a very well lit position, receives indirect light throughout the day. Coming towards fertilizing this plant, I would not fertilize this plant a lot. I would fertilize it maybe once or twice a year, and that is more than enough, and that too only in springs and summers and not in winters. So right now it is winter in Australia, and there is no way I'm fertilizing this plant, because I know it will not grow. It has gone dormant. But the moment it starts getting spring, which is, I think, in October, I will first fertilize my plant, and then December again I will fertilize it as well. So what I can do is I can give it some bone meal powder, which is my favorite, blood and bone meal powder. I'll mix it in the soil, like 1 or 2 tablespoons of bone meal powder should be enough. You can mix it in the soil, and the solid fertilizer, they are always slow releasing fertilizer. Liquid fertilizer, they are like instant fertilizer. So if you want to give liquid fertilizer, that is also good. You can use seaweed fertilizer, but then you have to fertilize your plant like every month. Solid fertilizer, if you're giving, you, it's okay if you fertilize every 2 months. You don't need to fertilize these plants a lot because they don't need it. So if you over take care of it, too much care, if you do that for this plant, then it might not grow and it might not look very happy. So I would say kind of ignore this plant, let it live its life, do not touch it a lot, and only fertilize in summers and water it once in a month or once in a fortnight, and it should be fine. With that, if you've liked the content of this channel, if you've liked the content of this plant, you can always consider subscribing this channel and becoming a part of it, and you can always hit that like button if you like this video. I'll come up with more videos in the coming future time, and if there's anything specific that you're after in gardening that is bothering you, or any plant care that you are after, or any other tips that you're after, you can always put that in the comment section below, and I'm more than happy to cover them in the gardening videos. Bye for now.